I think the biggest thing when you're looking at Bitcoin, right, and this is key, is that, number one, if you zoom out on the chart, and we can see my chart here, that this again, it's a nice bounce, but you're still in a downtrend. You're still in an overall downtrend, and I think people have to be aware of that. In addition, you have to also remember that the Fed, this is the first bear cycle the Fed is not printing money. So the question I would say is, well, what does that mean for this cycle? Is it an elongated bear market because of that? And so these are the things that you want to pay attention to. Now, if you look here as well, in 2020 and 2018, we kind of had this same sort of almost rounded bottom like we did back we just came out of, and you did have this run up, but then look at what happened to price. It came back and basically retested that $3,500 level, and I think that again is a good guidance level for what we're going to see here, and that would just be a retest. So you're looking at going back to 16,000 or so. All right, on the other side of the coin, the negative here and why I think it could go lower is that if you don't have money being printed and the stock market does decline by as much as 25% in 2023, like I'm predicting, where is Bitcoin? Where are other asset prices that are risk on assets like Bitcoin? And I would dare say that without the Fed's printing of money, Bitcoin is still headed towards 12 to 13,000 and maybe as low as 9,000.
Here's what the professional trader Gareth Soloway had to say about Bitcoin. As Bitcoin keeps seeing pretty impressive price action in the short term, there are a lot of talks about the bull market being back. Gareth Soloway does not agree and says that the bottom isn't in yet. He believes that Bitcoin could go all the way down to $12 or even $9,000. In the next part of this video, Gareth Soloway talks about the Fed and how we should take their action as signals instead of fighting them.
Without the Fed printing money. Interesting. So a lot of the run that we've seen in the Bitcoin price over the course of 2021 was because of monetary policy.
That's right. That's right. And that's been the way it has been since 2009, right? I mean, that's when
Hmm.
when QE started, and it really never stopped in a significant manner all the way through until now, because now we finally
Yeah.
have inflation that is above 2%. And I think that's something investors have to remember. I One of the biggest lessons, and I this is another, we talked about lessons that I learned as a trader. In 2017, I was short the market. I was down on a lot of my shorts because I was trying to fight the Fed. And everyone kept saying, "Don't fight the Fed. Don't fight the Fed." The Fed is telling you they're printing, they're printing, they're printing. That was the right move. All right. Now, all of a sudden, they're not printing and they're sucking money out. They're reducing their balance sheet. They say they're going to keep, yet for some reason, everyone's like, oh, new bull market. Like everyone
Hmm.
wants to fight the Fed.
Yeah.
That's part of our human psychology. We want upside in the market. We want to make market. We want to make money. But just keep in mind, if you weren't supposed to fight them on the way up, are we supposed to now fight them on the way down? I would say probably not.
What Gareth is saying here is really interesting because ultimately, if we follow the Fed's actions and interpret those signals on the way up, why wouldn't we do the same on the way down? The only reason we do this is because of greed, is because, as he said, it's human to want the chart to go up. Another thing that Gareth mentions, and this has personally taught me a lot, it is that during a bull market, there are so many people who will trade and do mistakes, but they will still end up gaining money because they're in a bull market. I'll let you listen to it now.
One of the worst things a trader can do is make a bad trade that works out. And when I say that is,
Mm.
let's say you go high, you go long on something and it still goes up and you think you're a genius, like in a bull market, like Dogecoin, like different things. Like those set you up for future failure because it's kind of an outlier. It happens because of the time of market we're in, with the printing of money, with the government was sending checks to us. So it made so many people think they were genius traders, which again, I'm all for being a genius trader, but you have to understand that the best traders showcase themselves in bear markets when they still make money. Most traders can't.
In my opinion, the situation that Gareth just described is really important. What this does is that it creates traders that think that they're good at trading even though it's not the case at all. It's just the context, the bull market, that helps them make money without really trying. What I'm trying to get at here is I'm trying to offer you a perspective on all these YouTube videos and crypto influencers who are hyping up everyone about Bitcoin. And as that's the last kind of person I want to be, I just wanted to educate you, or at least just spark a conversation with you about the latest Bitcoin price action. Now, am I saying that the latest short-term uptrend that we're seeing with Bitcoin is insignificant? Absolutely not. The only message I want to convey, especially in these times, is that you should do your own research. As cliche as that sounds, it will still prove itself to be very useful and save you some trouble down the line. The biggest mistake you can do in these times is to overinvest because someone told you to do so. Again, maybe you are overinvested right now and you have 10x leverages going on in Bitcoin, and in 2 years time you're actually a millionaire. It could happen. I'm not saying it won't. I'm just telling you that you should be careful. I'd be really interested to know what your opinion is regarding this video and the current Bitcoin situation. Let me know what you think in the comments and I'll make sure to read and reply to all of them. If you've enjoyed this video, please give me a like and subscribe to my channel. I really appreciate that. So thank you for watching and I'll see you on the next one.